Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Bad Pipes podcast. Scott and I have been talking for almost 15 minutes now already about the drama at the Oscars nominations.
Yes, I'm your host, Scott, and this is a shot of soju.
This is a rip of a vape.
A little peach soju to get this thing started.
Yeah,
So, Oscars drama
and some juice. Yeah,
I guess we can rehash this out real quick. So people are up in arms because Margot Robbie did not get nominated for the best lead actress for her role as Barbie. Over many other roles, many other women who were nominated for their roles as the lead. And they're also mad because Ryan Gosling got nominated for his supporting role as Ken.
I like how this Vox article put it. Winner, the patriarchy. Well, it's official. Ken is an Oscar nominee. Ryan Gosling was nominated for Best Supporting Actor for Barbie, while Barbie and her female director were shut out.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing they were mad about, is Greta Gerwig didn't get nominated for her directing of the movie. So, first of all,
I don't think her directing made that movie. I think the set design, B, Ken, and C, the writer, did.
Yeah. So I think that those are some good points to make. Again, I don't think it's like in the top 10 movies of 2023. I also follow a lot of film critics.
What?
I would say
made $1 billion.
Oh my god! I wouldn't even say film critics. There's a lot of
number better movie, right?
There's a lot of amateur film critics on TikTok I follow that also did not put the movie in their top 10. There were a lot of other good movies in 2023, but yeah, they're mad. I'll say my piece again. Like, you're putting Margot Robbie as Barbie for Best Leading Actress over many other women who had leading roles that were really, really good and in very, very good movies. Versus, like, putting Ken against other supporting men. It's like...
Also, Ken was, like, a deeply complex character.
Yeah, well, and I would say, on top of that, you had Ryan Gosling perform I'm Just Ken, which also, again, has already won more than half of the awards it's been nominated for as a song. It's a very popular song.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite song of 2023.
I would say it really showed his talent in the movie, versus like that role really showcased Ryan Gosling's talent. And again, I think you and I mentioned this, is like I don't think Barbie as a role.
He literally did the triple threat thing, right? He sang, he danced, he acted.
Yeah.
Like.
Again, I don't think Barbie as a role can really showcase talent like Margot Robbie's talent.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that. I will say, I don't know if the article mentions it or anything, but America Ferrera did get nominated for Best Supporting Actress. So, like, both of the supports for this movie, I would say it seems like there's a very clear case of, like, this movie had depth in its characters, that, like, the lead was good, not spectacular, not worthy of getting nominated, but it had so much depth because you had these supporting characters that were so
nominated
good.
For the monologue that I fucking hated.
Did she?
Yeah, it was that monologue in Barbie.
I figured she just got nominated just for her role in general, but either way, I think it shows the depth. I think it just goes to show, like, you had all these characters. I think Alan should have gotten nominated. Where's Alan? Where's my boy? What's his name?
I wish we were a real show, so I could fucking insert a clip here of the goddamn groundhogs or whatever popping up, all being like, Alan.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm done with it. That was the drama. I don't know. I think we've made our points. Do you have anything else you wanna discuss?
Well, I'll just read the end of this Vox article about it. Despite how egregious these Barbie snubs look, it's maybe not a shock that Gosling was the safest bet when it came to Barbie's Oscar chances. His big number, I'm Just Ken, also nominated for Best Original Song. Despite the film's attempts to underscore Ken's unimportance, the movie arguably gave the Drive actor a lot to do while being ripped and hot. Blame it on the power of a fine, goofy man, but also on industry sexism. And that's a quote from Kendall Cunningham.
Yeah.
So, Barbie's
Fucking
allowed to be a
Vox.
successful movie, but the only awards are going to be going to the men.
Yeah, fucking Vox, dude.
Remember when Vox
Whatever.
used to be good?
No,
What?
I can't recall the time, but yeah, I don't know.
It's like, it had some really good coverage around the start of the Russia-Ukraine war.
Fair.
Although that was war coverage. That's not entertainment. So those are typically like wildly different sections of news agencies. So
Yeah. That's the Oscars drama. I don't know if there's not really any other.
no more drama.
Just Pal World. Pal
No
World's
one's
been
used
getting
AI art this week. Oh wait, fuck Power. Oh fuck.
So that is a controversy, though it hasn't been proven that they've used AI. People.
Yeah, I mean the issue there is that they have like independent contractors that are doing their creature designs, as I understand it. I could be just smoke was being blown up my ass by someone, and that those people, it's to be seen whether or not they were using AI.
Yeah.
Kind of the same issue that Wizards got in with their little picture with it was like a card picture or something like that, and people were like, hey, look at this fucking dial on this machine here. Doesn't it
The
look a
one I
little
sent
weird?
you.
And then people started pulling up all the artifacting that happened in the image, and they were like, no, this image was created by humans in line with our policies at Wizards of the Coast. And then like a week later they had to come out and be like, all right, we lied, but it's because we were using a third party like advertising agency basically to create this ad, and they used like industry standard AI stuff, which probably means that they were using Photoshop with Photoshop's like AI shit.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, same thing happened to Wizards, and potentially it could have been a similar thing with Pal World.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I'm not sure. I saw the controversy on the Pal World thing. I don't know. I think there's a lot of people too that are just kind of like, this is just some stupid little game, and people are getting up in arms about AI, and I get it, but I don't know. I guess it is starting to become more of a serious thing. So hopefully, if they did use AI, maybe in the future they move away from it and continue to maybe vet or check things. I don't know. I don't know if there's a way to, but it seems like they, after their popularity, first of all, Nintendo has come out against. They've DMCA'd just the mod that reskinned everything as Pokemon, like actual Pokemon.
Yeah.
That got DMCA'd within 24 hours. So people are saying, due to them being so quick to act on that and not actual Pal World, they don't think there's going to be a lawsuit or any sort of litigation with actual Pal World, the core game.
Well, even the images I was being shown where they're like, look, this cat and this other cat. And I was like, dude, that's not enough. Like, the faces being similar is not enough for you to bring, a copyright infringement against them.
And that's the thing is, they don't really have, copyright on, the concept of catching creatures in fucking balls. Because, it's very similar that you have these, spheres, the Pal spheres, which, again, don't look anything like Pokeballs. They're these little glowing fucking orbs that you throw at them to catch them. Yeah, I mean, it's different enough, I think. I don't think they really would have grounds for a lawsuit.
I mean, I was even talking to a lawyer friend, and
Mhm.
he's into he is in trademark and copyright, and I was like, these are my feelings on it. But you being the lawyer with this stuff, like, how do you feel about it? Because we were just talking about there's like an image where someone showed like some kind of Meowth compared to one of the other cats, and they had very similar faces, and
Mhm.
shapes and whatnot. And I was like, from what I understand, because I've listened to quite a few discussions on copyright, it seems like this would not be enough for them to like, unless they had concrete evidence that they were like, yeah, this we 1-to-1 ripped the face from that to use it here.
Yeah.
And they aren't gonna get that. Without that sort of concrete evidence, it would be very difficult to bring any sort of like copyright infringement
Yeah.
issue like that to a court, and the court rule in Nintendo's favor there.
Yeah.
Because it's got to be like significant. Like it has to be basically the same thing for it to be copyright infringement.
Yeah. No, because I saw people like reposting like images and stuff from like Dragon Quest, which has, I would say, is even more egregiously ripping off Pokemon. Like some of the images I saw for like putting some of the Dragon Quest creatures against the like Gen 1 Pokemon. So yeah, I don't know. I've been watching Moisty Boy play old Charlie play it with I can't remember who he's playing it with. I think Scoots and someone else. Yeah, it looks pretty fun. It looks like I don't know, but after all of the company or the developers already come out with like a roadmap of like how they plan to improve the game, the bug fixes they're planning to do, like the adding more pals in, adding some raids, and it seems like they have like now off
I heard
the
it was
success.
a survival game, and I went, I'm not interested.
Yeah, it didn't seem too much. I don't know. It definitely in a way is, but it looks like you can like build up to pretty quickly automate things. Like instead of having to like gather resources, you just make your pals basically do slave labor for you.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's kind of what Pokemon is. You know,
Yeah,
you beat an animal to within an inch of death, and then you toss it in
Yeah.
this Pokeball, and then you
yeah.
have it,
I mean,
fight other
It's-
creatures that have been beat
it's
to death. And
it's pretty
forced
funny
into
too because you have
Pokeballs to
like
fight.
the Syndicate, which I'm assuming are like Team Rocket people. You have like the Syndicate people with like guns who like will shoot at you, or like they're capturing other pals or whatever. But like you can use a pal sphere on them and capture them and essentially enslave people in pal spheres.
Yeah, I did see
And
where
make them fight for you.
someone captured it was like a wandering merchant or something like that, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Wait, does this work?" And he
Yep.
was like, "Oh fuck." There was a streamer, so he's like making a bit out of it. He's like, no, guys, he's getting a really nice 401k, okay?
Yeah.
What were we supposed to watch for this week?
John Wick 1 through 3.
Oh, yeah, I watched John Wick 1 through 3.
Oh no. Have you seen the fourth one?
Yeah, I've seen the. No. Yeah, I've seen the fourth one. Like I watched these 3 movies this week.
But you've seen those 3.
Yeah, I've seen them.
It's not this week.
No, I definitely saw them this week. I've never skipped watching the movies before this. So it begs the question, why would I for this week?
That's fair. We don't have to discuss John Wick. We can discuss. I don't know if there's anything else you've been watching.
Are you trying to ask me if
I
I watched the John Wick movies this week?
So using this app thing that I sent, I showed you.
Oh, yeah.
I've been keeping track of movies that Casey and I have been watching.
Oh yeah.
Which I don't know if you want to discuss any of these. Include Love and Monsters, The Spy Who Dumped Me,
Nope.
Crazy Rich Asians,
Nope.
National Treasure 1 and 2.
I have not watched those in a very long time.
21 and 22 Jump Street,
I mean, those are just good.
Con Air.
You watched Con Air?
I did watch Con Air.
Oh, jeez.
And then 16 Candles.
Fuck, dude, you're all over the place.
Oh, we were kind of just scrolling through Hulu to see what they had on Hulu to watch. And anytime something would pop up, that I was like, oh yeah, fuck it, I can put this on. I would put it on.
You know, what do you think of 16 Candles?
I mean, pretty classic coming of age 80s movie.
That's one of the oh, what's his name that directed it?
John. Oh fuck. Yeah, what's his name?
John Hughes. Written and
John
directed
Hughes.
by John Hughes.
Yes, John Hughes.
Famous 80s coming of
Yeah.
age movie. John Hughes,
Ferris
director,
Bueller,
writer.
Breakfast Club. What else does he have? Ferris Bueller, Breakfast Club, 16 Candles. He's got some other big ones, right? Oh, he was the one who did Home Alone.
National Lampoon's Class Reunion, National Lampoon's Vacation,
Pretty in Pink.
Weird Science, Pretty in Pink, Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I mean, obviously, honestly, dude's got
Uncle Buck? Dude. Uncle Buck.
John Hughes has an insane, like, repertoire of movies, now that I'm looking at it.
Christmas Vacation, Home Alone, Beethoven. I assume that's the Beethoven about the big dog, right?
Yeah.
Home Alone 2.
He did Dennis the Menace.
Miracle on 34th Street, 101 Dalmatians.
He did Flubber.
Flubber?
Wait, did he do The Fifth Element? That wasn't him, was it?
Where do you see Fifth Element?
No, that's Luc Besson. Was he even involved in this? Why is he showing up there?
I don't think so.
That was weird.
Drobit Taylor. He worked on the story.
Huh.
Did you ever watch Drobit Taylor?
I don't think I did.
It's Owen Wilson. One of his like catchphrases in the movie is like, "You can wrap a turd in tinfoil and spray paint it gold, but it's still you're just full of shit." Fuck, I can't remember. Oh, I love that movie.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's poorly reviewed though.
Okay, so he didn't direct Beethoven. He was a writer, though.
Yeah, I was listening to a lot of things that he was a writer on. So like Flubber, Home Alone.
Yeah.
He was a writer on those.
I mean, honestly, the man just he had a knack for just bringing that feel to those classic movies.
Oh, he's Brian's dad in The Breakfast Club.
Oh. Yeah. John Hughes.
That's funny. So he's the one that's like, "You're gonna go in there and..." Oh, fuck. Me. This is the episode where I didn't watch the movies for the week and then I just misquote every movie. Go in there and quit being a fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah, 16 Candles was good. A true classic.
All right, can I tell you what's really going on here?
What?
I've got the brain rot. All right.
Yeah.
I've been playing. Shut up.
You
I'm
play
playing
what?
too much Hunt Showdown because I realized that playing trios with randos, I would get people who are like perfectly in my elo or my MMR,
Uh-huh.
and I've turned into a fucking juggernaut, right? So for the longest time, I was just strictly 3-star, but because I was always playing with a couple friends of ours who were like higher MMR or whatever.
You get fucked by the opponents.
Yeah. So like I would be just like hard stuck at my elo, right? Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't get bumped up because I was getting killed by people who were a higher elo than me.
Mm-hmm.
So been playing with rando trios, and I've anyone who's played Hunt Showdown, all right, send me an email and we can fucking play together sometime. But melee is typically pretty tough to get in that game because it's a cowboy game. Everyone's either got a shotgun or a pistol, probably, or they're doing some wacky shit, or they got a bow and arrow, or they got a crossbow. You know, there's all these different things you can do. I've had multiple games where in one game I'll get like 3 or 4 kills with a katana on top of like capping multiple dudes in the head. Like, people at my actual elo are idiots. So because I'm playing at like 3-star, but I've been playing with like 4 and 5-star people for so long, like people in 3-star are just like bots. They're just bots.
Mm-hmm.
They just do silly things. They do stupid shit. You watch them. They don't know how to move in the game, and you're like, oh my god, dude, this is what I look like to like 5-star players. Yeah. So since I've been playing, it depends on how the games go, but like I'll either be like 4-star for a day, or I'll have a run of bad luck and I'll be 3-star for a day, and then I'll have a run good luck and I go back up to 4-star. So I'm like on the cusp of whatever that is. But yeah, I've been trying to crank out a damn battle pass for that. Now I got a brain rot because it's all I think about, dude. I go to sleep dreaming about it.
Now you're getting good, huh?
Just slightly better than average according to the MMR bell curve.
Fair.
What else though? I feel like I've been... What else? I've been doing something... Oh, you know what? I'm just going to float this idea out here. I've got a couple friends who are pretty good musicians. And I floated this idea to them. I was like, how do you guys feel about folk? And they were like, generally, I'd say I like it. And the other one goes, yeah, same. And I went, how do you guys feel about soldier folk of the 41st millennium? And then I was like, and basically the idea is we make folk music that's about like, because a lot of folk is just about like soldiers going off to war and then like coming back maimed or dead.
Yeah.
Or, you know, like other horrific things happening.
You're saying make folk for the Imperium.
Yeah, just full on folk, like Scottish, Irish, like Gaelic folk. But the songs are all about like 40K type shit.
Yeah.
So maybe write some like ballads for like named characters in like Gaunt's Ghosts or something like that, or I don't know, some like goofy drinking song about like getting drunk with Eldar women.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, or like some sea shanty type stuff. Some shanties about being having to go to war with every Xeno because they were not made in the image of God.
Yeah.
Have you seen that meme? That's on every 40K post now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like if you come across any 40K stuff on Instagram or something like that, the first comment is always some guy that's like, If the Xenos didn't want to get killed, they should have been born in the image of God. That is, of course, the God Emperor who sits on his golden throne, absorbing the psychic emanations of 1,000 psychers every day in order to keep the Astronomicon alight, to guide humanity through the chaos of the warp.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy.
He's
they're
that
coming
guy.
up on the end of the Horus Heresy books.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shit.
The End and the Death, I think, is the book that's coming out next, which is actually kind of interesting because it's one of the first products that Games Workshop has put out, where they have started to institute anti-scalper practices. So there's like a queue to get books. There is like anti-bot type stuff in place. It's not like the most advanced shit from what I can tell, but they are putting moves in. They also, this was kind of interesting, they went through and they canceled the orders of a lot of people who ordered more than one book for the like collector's edition. So they had scalpers calling them and complaining that their order had been canceled because they had ordered like 10 books on an order, and it canceled all but one of the books on their order. And Games Workshop, their customer service was telling people who were calling in within the next couple weeks, about 450 to 500 of those books, those canceled order books, are going to be going back on the shop. So that's really interesting because I probably haven't told this story on the podcast before, but I think I've told you this story. When they first announced, it's a board game, Warhammer Quest. Oh fuck, Wolfenkarn. What the fuck is the? Hold on, fill the dead air. I'll be right back. I gotta look at a box.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to talk to you about One Piece trading card game. This past week, they had the European National Tournament.
Yeah, Europeans, we hate the French. Woo!
Basically, Nami deck supremacy.
Warhammer Quest Curse City. So when they announced that box, I love Warhammer Quest. I've played a lot of the digital versions of it, and finding the older versions of it is quite difficult. For me, at least, for like a reasonable price. But this one came out, and it is set in the Age of Sigmar setting, not the Warhammer Fantasy stuff. So that's a little disappointing, but it's Curse City, and all of the models are undead models. So if you ever played Age of Sigmar or something like that, all of those models can be fielded in that game.
Oh, nice.
So anyone that's a named character is a named character in Age of Sigmar. Like, it's an undead city, basically. So you got, like, vampires, you got some werewolves, you got some, you got, like, a horde of skeleton boys, you got a horde of zombies, like, and it's all stuff that's right up my alley for war game type shit. Also, as a painter, I'm just, like, real good at, like, painting dirty shit, like, painting them up to look real dirty. I just find that a lot easier than painting things to be, like, clean and nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. You've seen my painting.
It's pretty damn good.
Thanks, man. Thanks. It means a lot to
me. Better than I ever got.
I had a pretty good mentor for it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, good old Doug.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Doug's a very good painter, too. But he has an airbrush. So we can do it faster.
You'd be airbrushing, huh?
Yeah. I should get one, dude. If I have a tax return this year, maybe I'll do that.
Yeah.
Or a tax refund, I think.
I remember always watching the videos and seeing the dudes who would airbrush on like YouTube and everything.
Yeah. I mean, you can get some pretty cool effects out of an airbrush for a lot easier than it would take to get them from a brush.
Yeah.
But what a lot of those guys will say is like anything you do with an airbrush, you can do with a brush. So like it's not the end of the world if you never get an airbrush.
Yeah.
Also, if you're not going to be like painting hordes and hordes of shit, like having an airbrush probably isn't really worth it for you in the long run, as far as like upkeep and all that other shit. Because it's not just the airbrush, right? It's the airbrush, the needles, the fucking compressor, hoses, bits and bobs that mechanical things need, you know?
Yeah.
O-rings. You ever play paintball?
Never.
O-rings.
I've never played paintball in my life.
Dude, my Titman 98 custom chewed through O-rings like they were fucking nothing. Nothing. Still got that bad boy. I still got that bad boy propped up in the corner over there.
Oh, shit.
Anyway.
Yeah.
John Wick is a movie where John wicks a bunch of guys, and they sleep real good after that.
Yeah. He sleeps a lot of guys in this movie.
Yeah.
The three movies.
He shoes them real hard.
I think I looked it up. Like the first three movies, he puts like close to 500 guys to sleep.
That's an old world army.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. How many people came from your hamlet, you know? Who knows? Not a lot, though.
Not a lot.
What do you... I do, like, legitimately, all of the John Wicks, I think I watched all three of them in one day, the one time I watched them. And they are all just, like, blended together in my head. And it's just, like...
I mean, it really is, like, it takes place over...
They all take place one after another. There's not, like, a gap in time between them, right?
Yeah. No, it really is, like... Yeah. They kind of just bop through immediately. I think it takes place, like, over the course of, like, a couple weeks. Like, all four movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. But...
So obviously, the major strength of this is that it was made by the stunt team, basically, right? So it was a bunch of guys that were stuntmen that Keanu had worked with over the years and stunt coordinators and things like that. And they were like, we want to make a movie that's just fucking cool. And they did. And it was wildly successful. And now we're living in the age of John Wick-offs, rip-offs.
Yeah. Essentially.
Where, like, all of these old action franchises are like, oh, time for us to put our new movie out. And it's like jaded old man, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what was it? Fucking... What was the movie with Denzel?
Fuck.
Came out this year?
I don't remember.
Equalizer 3.
Yeah. Fucking Equalizer.
Yeah, so like now you're getting like Equalizer 3s and stuff like that, and I think there's another Expendables coming out someday.
Oh yeah. No, but
well, no, Expendables 4 came out this past year.
Oh god, yeah. I don't know. There's something about John Wick. It is very well. Like all the fight scenes are super well choreographed. They always do something to like shake it up and make it new. Like, it's just like new scenery. He'll be fighting. He's fighting in like a place where they have like a bunch of fucking like displays of old like armor and weapons and shit. He busts through one. There's fucking nunchucks on the ground. So he picks up the nunchucks and he's fucking beating ass with some nunchucks. Like,
I was gonna say, one of my favorite scenes from those movies is when they're in like, I think it's a museum or something, and they just start throwing fucking knives at each other. And
they're in it's actually just like a weapon store where he's being hunted down because they've put like that massive bounty on his head, and he's like in there trying to. Like, he has no gun, he has nothing, so he busts in there and he's, like, trying to, like, piece together a gun to use, and these dudes, like, bust in there, and yeah, they're just, like, down this, like, hallway of, like, these cases, and they just start, like, reaching in and grabbing the throwing knives and just fucking throwing them at each other. No, I love that scene. That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
I think the other one I really enjoyed was, obviously... Not only does a lot go into the stuntmen, but also these trained dogs. Is the one scene in Casablanca where you have the dude from Game of Thrones is like playing like some higher up guy within the Assassins organization, and he like tries to take like the girl that John is like seeking refuge from. Like, she has her 2 dogs or whatever, and after he helps them out and like tells John where to find the guy he's looking for, he's like, yeah, I need something now. I want one of your dogs. And she's basically like, no. He like shoots it, which luckily in the body armor. And then like there's a whole fight scene that ensues where her and John Wick are like fighting, but also in coordination with both of these dogs.
Play it, Sam. And then she says, we'll always have Paris.
Yeah.
Right? Round up the usual suspects. Here's looking at you, kid.
Oh my god.
Of all the gin joints and all the towns and all the roads she walks in the mine.
Oh my god.
Right?
I took a shot for that one.
Yeah, soju. What is that, like 4%?
What is soju? 9%? Yeah. Hold on. Do they even have it on here? They've got to have it on here, right?
Here, I'll do a shot of Underberg.
Hell yeah.
To feel bright and alert.
Oh, it's 13%.
Well, mine is 88%, so
yeah.
Catch up. Sorry, 44%, 88 proof. That'll burn. Outside or in.
Jesus.
This is a train wreck of an episode.
This is
We're all
our
over
best
the
episode
place.
yet.
This is our best episode yet.
Yeah, best episode yet.
All right. Here comes the Underberg train. Toot, toot.
All right, I'll take another shot of soju.
Ooh. I did a woo so that people would know that I was done drinking it, but I want everyone to know that I don't make noises when I do shots. And in fact, I don't even grimace, okay? I'm the most manly man to have ever taken a shot, all right? In fact, a lot of the time, I savor it. I take the shot in my mouth, and I go, what is the quality of this alcohol? And then I make a judgment, I make a decision, and then I down it.
Like it.
And then I'll tell whoever I'm taking a shot with what I think of the alcohol.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I just have to say, John Wick. The thing I appreciate most about this is he goes on this murder rampage, killing spree because they kill his dog.
Yeah.
And I look at Honey, and I say, if anyone ever fucked with you, I would kill the entire Russian mafia if they ever killed you. And she just blankly stared at me, as a dog would.
Yeah, my dog, whenever I talk to her, she does that. She puts her ears up, and then she starts tilting her head back and forth.
Yeah.
Ash. Ash. Here. Ash. If anyone ever killed you, alright? If some gangsters came here and they murdered you, I just want you to know that I'd cut them up. I'd cut them to pieces. I'd go Haitian on them, alright? I'd bring them machete.
A machete?
She got bored halfway through and she turned away.
Oh, nice.
She was trying to lay down?
Uh-huh.
Why don't you make some room so she can actually lay down then? Can you put this Underberg cap in the box with all the other hundreds of Underberg caps? She walked away. That's how you know she doesn't love me anymore.
Who, Shelby?
Yeah, she didn't put the Underberg cap in the Underberg box. That means she doesn't want to get married. Because as the lore goes, once I save up enough Underberg caps to get the pocket watch, I'm going to propose to Shelby so that I can have an analog watch on my wedding day. Assuming she hasn't, left me by then. As any sane, properly hinged woman would, Right?
Mm.
The implication, if you caught it, was that you gotta be real unhinged to stay with me.
Oh my god. Did she hear you saying all this?
Probably. She doesn't listen though.
Oh, you know what? We can. So yeah, John Wick, great movies. You should all watch them. I recommend
Excellent
them.
Stunt work. I mean, let's be honest. The whole point of the movie is the stunt work. The plot, for the most part, is it is what they all are.
Yeah, it's just one long story. I'm gonna give them 8.5 across the board.
Honestly, they just don't do it for me. I'm gonna give them a 7.5.
Sure. That's right.
They're above average, but not that far above average.
Yeah, I like a good assassin revenge story.
I think people just lose their shit because we went a really long time without having movies like that.
Yeah,
and anytime we get a good one where because nowadays it's hard to get an action movie without a female lead, and you're like, oh, it's Keanu, he's one of the boys,
Yeah, it's also just Keanu, who's I feel like very highly respected within the world. If you made this movie and Ryan Gosling played Keanu's character, John Wick, it'd be like The Gray Man.
I think it would still be good. That's working
fair.
with that script and it being
fair,
Ryan Gosling, I think it would still be basically what it is, Yeah. If you took Timothy Chalamet and you put him in that role,
I could see it.
I think you'd be like, is this 16-year-old guy old enough to own a gun? Probably in America. All right, what are we doing for next week?
So I don't think because I'm not gonna be here next week. I'm gonna be there next week.
Humana.
Yeah. So, do we want to do something, or do we want to start on our journey of watching Baki?
We could watch we could do like a single movie. Really focus in on it. In fact, I'm thinking we do an A24 movie.
Fair. I'm down. I can watch it on my flight or something.
I'm thinking we watch clicks A24films.com. Was the Green Knight an A24 movie? Did you ever see that?
I didn't, and yes, it is an A24 movie.
I want to watch that.
Sure, I'm down.
All right, so we're gonna be watching The Green Knight, featuring Dev Patel, Alicia Vikander, Barry Keoghan, Aaron Kellyman, Joel Edgerton, Sean Harris, Ralph Ineson, Katie Dickey. Stop me anytime you want.
No. Keep going.
Sarita Chowdhury. You think she's related to... Never mind. Patrick Duffy. Joe Anderson. Christopher McCallum. Aaron Ito. Brendan Conroy. Yosef Quinn. Athena Frizzle.
Okay, so yeah, we're doing The Green Knight. A24. Good stuff.
All right, yeah, it's a fun little movie. It's about an Arthurian myth, legend, story, tale. Wherein Sir Gawain, he fights a Green Knight.
Yeah.
All right, I guess that's it for this week. If you made it this far, I'm sorry you sat through this chaos and this ADD train that I am currently on tonight. We've got social media.
We're on Twitter /X at BadPipesPod.
Oh fuck, it's my turn. Oh fuck. If you're unhinged enough to want to financially support us watching movies for fun times, you can do that at badpipes. Fuck. No. You can do it at patreon.com/badpipespodcast. If you want to email me to play Hunt Showdown or to to suggest a movie, you can do that at cryptidworksofficial@gmail.com. And if you want to hang out with us at a Ren Fair this weekend, you can do that in Brevard.
Yeah.
But only this weekend.
Only this weekend.
All right. Is that it? Is that everything?
Yeah.
Well, good night.
Bye.